Now, the provision of Medicare is set to be paralyzed when doctors working in public hospitals countrywide begin their much publicized strike at midnight. Now, the medics maintain that the government has failed to meet their demands, forcing them or leaving them with little option. And as Husna Mohammed now reports, the opposition, Azimio, is also demanding the resignation of Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakumicha over her failure to avert the looming crisis.
Solidarity forever.
After weeks of push and pull, medics working in public hospitals are now headed for an industrial action starting Wednesday midnight. This follows failure by the government to heed an ultimatum issued by the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union over the recruitment of medical interns as well as promotions of their members, among other demands.
And we advise our doctors across the country to begin discharging patients and referring them, because the government has been on strike for the last 7 years, and tonight we will join them fully.
Doctors head through their union KMPDU, giving the government a one-week notice that they will down their tools if their demands are not met. The strike will affect public hospitals countrywide.
Within the 7 days of the strike notice, the union has expressed a willingness to engage in dialogue and to find solutions to avert the suffering of Kenyans. However, all we have witnessed a lack of seriousness from government, coupled with a conspicuous absence of goodwill.
But even as the medics prepare to start the industrial action, the opposition Azimio has weighed in on the issue. Minority Leader in the National Assembly, Opiyo Wandayi, has blamed the government, accusing it of turning a deaf ear to medics' demands.
The consequences of this strike will have to be borne by the Cabinet Secretary in the ministry and her permanent secretary. In other words, the Kenya Kwanza administration will have to take responsibility for any deaths and other eventualities that will emanate from this unfortunate strike.
The medics have refuted claims that the government does not have money to meet their demands.
As at now, government owes doctors in this country 2.5 to 3 billion. And we have proceeded to court to be awarded the interest of this debt that is owed.
Are only 1,219 interns to be posted in 73 internship centers. The budget for them is only 1.4 billion shillings, cheaper than the curtains being bought down street.
It is not known when the strike will end or what action the government will now take. But one thing is for sure, patients, most of whom cannot afford health care in private hospitals, will suffer. Husna Mohammed, KTN News, Nairobi.
Something very close to home. More